What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. A lot of things going on in the show. New set stuff going on tonight, and man, there's some interesting things that went on Impact. Really good show. I did enjoy the show a lot. Where were they? Dallas, I believe, back in Texas and whatnot. There was a lot going on in this show. One thing to kick off was the tag team titles on the line of Honor No More, or just the Kingdom in general, of Mike Bennett and Matt Taven versus the Good Brothers, Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, for the tag team titles. Very good match to kick off the show. I figured who was going to win here, given that the Good Brothers contracts have been up already for a while now, and I guess they've just been working shows for however long until this title change. So yes, the Kingdom did win the tag team titles and stuff. So I was surprised that they actually beat Gallows and Anderson. But like I said, though, their contracts were up, so it was a matter of time until they're done with the company at this point and whatnot. Maybe they'll probably be back around, but Carl Anderson still has that never openweight championship and whatnot. So he probably will be back in competing more in the New Japan with that title on him right now, so I do see that. But Honor No More, the Kingdom win the championships. I'm really sick of this crew, to be honest, but it looks like maybe things are turning around for them now, I think, but we'll see what goes on from there. Killer Kelly had a promo talking about Tasha Steelz. Really good video. I did enjoy that. The Kingdom was celebrating in the back. Eddie talked about, you guys, reaping the rewards of the, of this war and everything, and I never doubted them, he said, but he doubts PCO. But Vincent says, oh, you just don't understand PCO, okay? Let me take care of PCO. You worry about getting the world title right now, okay? But Kenny King said, we can celebrate now and everything the first time, since they got here in months, and basically, he about to come in 3-time X Division champion. Maria didn't like that she couldn't come out for the tag match, but nobody said she couldn't come out for the X Division title match. After it was Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Kenny King. Hell of a match out there. I did enjoy this match a lot. This was really good. Now, first to finish got a little bit screwy because Kenny King actually did win the match, but Maria held on to his arms, for leverage to get the pin, and the referee was already down. So it was one rep down, another rep came in, but he never saw it, so Kenny King won. But the first referee actually saw Maria help, so they ended up overturning the decision then and sent Honor No More back to the back. Kenny tried to fight off Mike Bailey and do what he could and whatnot, even dodging the Ultimate Weapon and tried to go for his finisher, but Speedball ended up rolling him up and actually still retaining his championship running back or retaining. Basically, yeah, he retained his X Division title, so Mike Bailey did survive. I actually thought Honor No More was actually going to start getting the wins, and okay, maybe they're going to get all the titles now and stuff. Things about to change, but the only thing that happened with the tag team and at the X Division, they still keeping Mike Bailey looking strong out there. The guy's really been killing it as X Division champion. And it's been put on bangers after bangers after bangers of matches almost every week right now. So Mike Bailey continues to kill it out there. Brian Myers was looking for Scott D'Amore, one of his digital media belt back. Blue Pender ended up knocking him down and left the belt with him. Jessica, Taya, and Rosemary in the back as having mimosas and everything, as basically, Jessica's still trying to prove that she's not a distraction. And then next week she will be going against Chelsea Green. So Rosemary said, she's going to have to prove herself out there. Next, Aussie Open, who we literally saw on Dynamite on Wednesday, the new New Japan Strong champions on New Japan Strong. Aussie Open, where they basically said they want those tag titles now, and they said they're going to go by first beating Ace Austin and Chris Bay. They've already dealt with Bullet Club before many times, so they'd be ready to deal with them again. So good to see the United Empire now and Impact now. The United Empire, now on Impact, so that was pretty good to see. I know we just saw them on Dynamite, but now I'm like, oh shit, damn, they were just here on Wednesday, now they are on Impact, so we'll see what goes from there. But once again, while they're talking about that promo, you hear yelling in the background, and they pan the camera to Moose and Steve Macklin, who are arguing because they gotta be in that barbed wire massacre match coming up, and stuff. And Macklin said we need to stay on the same page. Moose ended up walking off then, so he was gone from there. Next, now this is sad. I'm even talking about this part, and I guess this was the way to write him off. basically Violent by Design was there, and Eric Young, he's talking to them, and that basically Doring has to leave right now to go walk his own path, and he hopes all their paths cross again one day, as Doring fist bumped them and whatnot. And Eric Young says he's leaving also, and he told Dina, you can choose to follow, but it's up to you. Now, obviously, this was the way to write off Joe Doring, because we are not going to see Joe Doring, I'm sure, for a very long time in the foreseeable future. It was announced earlier this week by Impact that, unfortunately, his brain cancer, he's had it before its return and whatnot. So he's going to be taking a lot of time off to, deal with that right now and fight it. They said I think he had it like about 6. I did read the article. He had it about 6 years ago. So he's beaten brain cancer before. It's just, unfortunately, now it is came back. And like I said, we're not going to see him for a very long time. So, prayers and best wishes to just Joe Doring and, anybody around him, friends, family, all that. And I'm sure the entire Impact roster or, anybody that's worked with him before is behind Joe Doring. And hopefully, he can beat this as fast as possible. And he will be back in the ring someday. So it's sad that had to happen. But I guess this was the Impact's way of writing him out for, into the foreseeable future. Like I said, we don't know what's gonna happen, but like I said, I hope he can beat this. He beat it before. I believe he can beat this brain cancer again. So, like I said, best wishes to Joe Doring right now. Mickie James came out. I think this was the promo of the night right here. Mickey's talked about, she's never made a promise she can't keep and whatnot. And, she's thanking the fans for this time. Talked about for 24 years she's been doing this and how she discovered wrestling, how she's been in this business. And, it's been a journey for the last few years, she says, from being right by her sister's deathbed to being released from the WWE and having, being thrown out like garbage, literally handed like a little garbage bag and stuff. And, Mickie starting to cry, and, people want to call her, you're fat, you're washed up, you're too old and everything, you can't do it anymore. But fans reminded her who the hell she is, that she's Mickie James and whatnot, and talked about how when she first even got into this company, being Alexis Luray at the time and whatnot when she first got here. Mickie talked about, just right now, this is one of her best runs right now in her career, when she beat Deonna Purrazzo for the Knockouts title, to actually main event in this building in Texas in a Texas death match. And, she talked about she's been on a slide right now, kind of going down. Losing the title to Tasha Steelz, not retaining it, Chelsea Green turning on her, and just a lot of this stuff just start happening and everything. And she always wanted to help everyone in this business. And she broke up with her longest love of her life. I thought she was about to say Magnus right there, but it was wrestling, and she went to her husband and son and tried to find some soul searching right now. So she says she knows what she has to do next, and she wanted to just look for opportunities for all the knockouts right now, and she's grateful to be part of this locker room. And she said there's ever a point she couldn't hang, she would leave, but she knows she can still hang. And she says, what, I'm not asking for the title or whatnot, but I want asking for a title shot and an open challenge right now. And she says she will, do anything to get to the belt and whatnot. She will face anybody from the top to the bottom of the roster to get a title shot for the Knockouts Championship. But Mickie said it is going to be a catch to all this. The next match she loses, she will be done. It's over. So if she loses the next match at any point in time, especially before she wins that Knockouts title back, she said it's over. That's it. She said it's going to be like the last rodeo. It's not going to be long. It's not going to be short, but it's going to be a hell of a ride. Because she said she's either going to end being the champion or she's going home for good. So a hell of a promo for Mickie James. Almost like what Ric Flair did years ago in his first retirement, especially when he said the next match he loses that he will retire, and everybody remembers how that whole thing went. So it's somewhat similar to it, but I'm ready to see what does happen and how far Mickie James is going to go to get the title back, and if she will still be going and whatnot. So that was a hell of a promo right there from her. right after they went to Josh Alexander being interviewed, asked about the whole, Mickie thing, and, said Mickey's one of the best and whatnot, and stuff, but he went on to talk about Eddie Edwards. So he's never even faced Eddie Edwards, even when he got to this company in a singles match. Surprised that didn't happen. And he said Eddie was a soul, heart and soul, but I'm the heart and soul now. And he wants to go to Honor No More and stuff. I'm not going to spit in a company that gave me everything and all that. And stuff, and Josh said, he respects this company. Eddie came in and said, I'm not ready to fight, I'm not here to fight you, but I respect you, and you're loyal to this company, but how much loyalty are you going to put in until they don't give you no loyalty? That, Impact knew Heath was going to attack me. Heath ends up actually attacking him then, and I think Tommy Dreamer and D'Lo started breaking up the fight and stuff. Like I said, I saw Tommy Dreamer out there leaving the building last week. Good to see him, by the way, on TV again. But they were all calming down. Heath, Scott Moore basically talked to Heath, and like, you can have a match against Eddie next week, but you can't be beating up the main event for Bound for Glory. Next thing you know, he went up to Josh, say, hey man, Eddie said it was bullshit. And Josh says, no, it's not all BS, because you did cut me off last week. And, he tried to talk to him, but Josh left. So it was very interesting that he did that right there. I still don't know how much of a chance Eddie's going to win the title at Bound for Glory. I don't think he is, but it looks like they're trying to go somewhere with this involving Heath too. But he still keeps making Honor No More look like idiots out there. Next, Alex Zane went against Mascara Dorada, formerly known as Grand Metalik. A good match, I'll say that. Not much I could say there. Good X Division style match. So, Mascara Dorada got the win. I don't have much to say about that, but a pretty good match though. Jordan Grace is talking to Mickie James. She's looking forward if I ever face you again. Maybe after Bound for Glory, we'll see what happens. Next, I know they talked about Uemura debuting on Impact next week. That's gonna happen. Trying to remember what else happened on this show. What else happened? Yeah, in the main event though, we did have Masha Slamovich versus Deonna Purrazzo. Dope main event, very dope main event, very good main event, very enjoyable. I figured that Masha was gonna go over. I actually thought Deonna had it a few times. I know Green got involved, but Masha ended up taking down Deonna, hit her with the snowplow. Hell of a match out there. So I did enjoy it. Real good stuff. But right in the end, like I said, Jordan Grace came out and had a stare down with Masha then after that. So we'll see what's going to go down in Bound for Glory with both of those two. But Masha, they've really protected Masha well for a very long time and keeping her still undefeated, not really losing anybody. And now they're putting her in longer matches and stuff. So we'll see where that goes. But her out there with, Deonna was a very great match, okay? Great match to watch. So very good episode of Impact this week. From the Mickie James promo to the main event. To the X Division title was really good. We crowned new tag team champions and stuff. There was a lot going on in Impact tonight, so a lot of good stuff on here. A lot of good matches. Everything. Like I said, that really good stuff out there tonight. So I'm trying to see if anything else like that was noteworthy. I think Victory Road is next, so we'll see where that's gonna go. But Josh not even trusting Heath out there. A lot was going on. Just from that, like I said before, best wishes to Joe Doring and everything too. There was a lot going on in Impact tonight. But other than that, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodNight890. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.